The information provided by Trading Forex Price Action to you does not constitute personal financial advice. The information provided is of a general nature only and does not take into account your individual objectives, financial situation, or needs. It should not be used, relied upon, or treated as a substitute for specific professional advice.
Midweek Analysis.
Hey guys, this is a midweek analysis for March 30th of 2022. Okay, we'll start off with the pound dollar. This is a daily chart. Let me run you by the current setup I'm looking at. So last week at this point right here, there was a strong short trade that formed. And then yesterday, there was a weak long trade that formed right here. So the current daily bias is short. Or in other words, price is likely to reach this pivot low right here before reaching this pivot high. And so at the current moment, I'm waiting for a pullback as much as possible close to the stop loss level right here for a short entry. Again, with this main stop loss at this pivot high and its main target being right down here. Okay, and there's two possible ways that I would enter this short entry. So let me go ahead and explain the first one to you. Let's go over to the 4-hour chart. Okay, so on this 4-hour chart, again, that main stop loss level is up here, while the main target is at this level right here. And so I want to pull back as much as possible so I could take a short entry. Now, in terms of lower confirmation of this daily bias, there was 4-hour strong short confirmation at this point. So that's from this trend line, from this pivot to this pivot right here. As you can see right here, there was a breakout and an immediate break back in. Now this signals normal long strength. However, as you can see, as price came up, it came right back down to stop out that pivot low where that normal long strength was created. And so at this point right here, there was actually strong short strength that formed, right? Because although there was normal long strength from this area right here, even stronger short strength was able to override that long strength at this pivot low right here, and thus creating strong short strength. All right, so as long as there is no 4-hour and above long strength confirmed, and if I could get a pullback close to that stop loss level, I'll be willing to take a short entry at that point with a stop loss at this pivot high and its main target being right down here. Now, in terms of that long confirmation, in which if it forms, I will not take this short entry, I'll be looking at this trend line from this pivot to this pivot right here. Now, a 4-hour price can wiggle up here and break it out and immediately break back in, showing normal short strength. However, price can come right back up to that pivot high where that short strength was created. At this point, that would actually show strong long strength. Now, if this forms and price pulls all the way back to these levels, I will not take this short entry. For the short confirmation that formed at this level right here will be overridden at that point. Okay, so as long as strong long strength on the 4-hour chart and above does not form, and if price gives a nice pullback all the way up to these levels, perhaps up to the 1.3234 levels, I'll be willing to take a short entry. Okay, and there's one other method that I will consider a short entry, and that will not require a pullback to these levels. So let me go ahead and explain that to you. Let's go over to the 1-hour chart. Okay, so on this 1-hour chart, if I could get some strong short strength, I will be willing to take a mid-road short entry with different risk parameters. Now, in order for me to take that short entry, I will need this 1-hour price action to begin making a trend line in which I could gauge the 1-hour strength. So hypothetically, let's say price kind of comes up right here, falls down, makes a pivot, and comes back up. Now in that case, if I could get a nice trend line to form, and if price comes right back down, breaks it out, and immediately breaks back in. Now this will show normal 1 hour long strength. However, price could come right back down to stop out that pivot low where that long strength was created. Well, that will make strong short strength. And thus at that point, I will be willing to take a mid-road short entry right at that price level right here where that strong short strength was confirmed, with a stop loss at the pivot high where that short strength was initiated, and the target being the same at that daily biases pivot low right here. Okay, so that's the second method that I will be willing to take a short entry. Okay, and moreover, like I mentioned in the weekly forecast, the pound dollar, in my opinion, in the long term, is long biased. However, in the short term, there is still a lot of short strength left. So let me go ahead and explain that to you. Let's go over to the monthly chart. Okay, so on this monthly chart, try drawing this trend line from this pivot to this pivot right here. Go ahead and extend that out. Now, as you can see at this point right here, there was a breakout, an immediate break back in. However, that pivot high was reached right here, signaling strong long strength on this monthly chart. And in my opinion, I think this move up still has a little bit more to go. So for the time being, it seems that in the long term, there is still a little bit of long strength. However, that said, on the weekly chart at this point right here, there was a fake double top that reached its target height level last week, I believe, right at this point right here, which signals weekly strong short strength. Okay, so the monthly and weekly outlooks are actually contradicting at this point. And therefore, even if I do take that daily short trade, I will likely not extend any portion of it beyond this trendline level right here. For again, I still think this monthly strength that was created right here still has a ways to go. Okay, so we'll just see what happens with this pair in the coming days and weeks and see if I could get in short entry. Okay. All right, so that's it for the midweek analysis. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. And thanks for watching, guys. Okay, bye.